Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Rhea Ripley is set to face Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship on Raw's debut on Netflix. It is now set to be a last woman standing match as this rivalry has reached a boiling point. The clock could be ticking on Morgan's title reign as a retired 9-time WWE champion is rumored to make her much-awaited comeback and could become the deciding factor in this match. Becky Lynch could return and cost the Judgment Day member her Women's World Championship. The man has been on a prolonged hiatus since her loss against Liv Morgan in a steel cage match on Raw. For those wondering, Lynch did not actually retire. It was Morgan who has been claiming that she retired the multi-time women's champion. However, Lynch was recently featured in WWE's latest commercial for Raw's debut on Netflix. Such a major hint has nearly confirmed her return to WWE on the highly anticipated episode of The Red Brand on January 6. With big-time Bex having a score to settle with Liv Morgan, she could show up during the Women's World Championship match and play a pivotal role. Throughout her feud with Morgan, Mommy has consistently fallen prey to the numbers game. With last woman standing matches known for being a breeding ground for chaos, Becky Lynch could come to the aid of Rhea Ripley. She could eliminate ringside interferences from Raquel Rodriguez or the Judgment Day, paving the way for a fair match. Simultaneously, the man could also exact retribution on Liv Morgan by helping Mommy dethrone the 30-year-old star. Lynch is a 7-time world champion, a former NXT Women's Champion, and a former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion. She could be gearing up for her homecoming on the first Raw of 2025, which seems inevitable. Liv Morgan has been the mainstay of Monday Night Raw for the last 8 months. Since winning the Women's World title earlier this year, she has been ruling the women's division on the Red Brand. Amid the speculation of her losing against Rhea Ripley, her days on Raw could be numbered moving forward. The 30-year-old might move to SmackDown after suffering a potential setback against the Eradicator. The Stamford-based promotion can switch Morgan's roster during the ongoing transfer window to kick off a new journey for the Judgment Day member on the Blue Brand. Additionally, there are chances that WWE might consider moving the entire Judgment Day to Friday nights in 2025. As a result, the faction could start things afresh. Liv Morgan could be involved in the chase for the Women's United States Championship on SmackDown. However, it all depends on the outcome of the last woman standing match between Ripley and Morgan on Raw's inaugural episode on Netflix. It will be interesting to see what WWE's creative head, Triple H, has in store for both women. The WWE landscape is no stranger to shocking twists and turns, and one of the most thrilling stories could emerge from Liv Morgan's reign as SmackDown Women's Champion. Since winning the title, Morgan has brought a breath of fresh air to the women's division, capturing the hearts of fans with her underdog story, high energy in ring performances, and connection with the WWE Universe. However, as with all title reigns, the inevitable challenge from the competition looms large. For Morgan, that challenge could come in the form of Rhea Ripley, the powerhouse and dominant figure currently making waves on WWE's Raw brand. But what if the upcoming title loss isn't simply about Ripley's rise, but also involves the surprise return of a WWE legend, a 9-time WWE champion, whose arrival could throw the entire storyline into disarray? Let's dive deep into a creative exploration of how this scenario might unfold and the larger implications for both Morgan and the WWE Universe. Setting the stage, Liv Morgan's reign. Liv Morgan's ascent to the top of WWE's SmackDown Women's division has been nothing short of remarkable. Her journey from an underrated talent to the SmackDown Women's Champion reflects the real-life perseverance and resilience that Morgan has shown. With the backing of the WWE Universe, she fought through the odds to win the championship in a thrilling moment that felt like the culmination of years of hard work. Morgan's reign has not been without challenges, and her style has often been one of passion, speed, and resilience. She's faced various threats, including attacks from former champions and rising stars eager to dethrone her. While her title reign has been entertaining, the WWE Universe knows that no championship reign is ever safe. WWE's women's division is brimming with talent, and there's always someone waiting in the wings to take the title from a reigning champion. One of the most formidable contenders to Morgan's title is Rhea Ripley. Ripley, the current WWE Raw Women's Champion, is widely regarded as one of the most dominant forces in WWE. With her unmatched strength, ruthlessness, and growing popularity, Ripley has consistently shown she's ready to take over any division she steps into. Given her recent history of inter-brand feuds and her rising prominence, it would be a natural fit for Ripley to challenge Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley, the rising star. Ripley's transition from NXT to Raw has solidified her as a force to be reckoned with. Her dominant run as Raw Women's Champion has established her as one of WWE's top stars. Ripley has the physical presence to overpower nearly any opponent, and her matches often feature a level of brutality and power that's rare in the women's division. Since her main roster debut, Ripley has been involved in several high-profile storylines and matches. She's gone toe-to-toe with some of WWE's biggest names and, more often than not, emerged victorious. Ripley has faced off with stars like Charlotte Flair, Asuka, and others, further establishing her as a top contender for any title she desires. Ripley's potential move to challenge Liv Morgan for the SmackDown Women's Championship would be a fresh and exciting development in WWE. On one hand, it pits two incredibly skilled and powerful competitors against each other, but it also raises the stakes significantly. If Ripley were to challenge Morgan for the title, it could be one of the most anticipated matches of the year. The return of a 9-time WWE champion, the surprising twist. However, the excitement surrounding this rivalry takes a sharp turn when we add a potential surprise: the return of a 9-time WWE champion. The name that immediately comes to mind is Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch, known as The Man, is one of WWE's most successful and beloved superstars. Having won the Raw Women's Championship multiple times, as well as the SmackDown Women's Championship, Lynch is one of the most decorated female competitors in WWE history. Her rise from an underdog to the top of the company made her one of WWE's biggest stars, and her return would undoubtedly stir up a huge reaction from the WWE Universe. In storyline terms, Becky Lynch could return after a period of absence, whether due to injury, personal reasons, or a planned sabbatical, to make her presence felt. Her return could be unexpected, with Lynch storming the SmackDown brand to reclaim the championship she once held. This would create an immediate seismic shift in the title picture, forcing both Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley to deal with an additional threat in their pursuit of the SmackDown Women's Championship. A potentially explosive title match: Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, and Becky Lynch. Imagine the scenario: Liv Morgan is defending her title in a high-stakes match against Rhea Ripley at a premium live event, such as the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. Morgan, despite her valiant efforts, seems overwhelmed by the raw power and intensity of Ripley. The match could feature Ripley showcasing her strength, with Morgan relying on her speed and agility to fight back. Just as it looks like Ripley is about to secure the title, the lights go out. The crowd goes wild, anticipating something big. When the lights come back on, Becky Lynch stands in the ring, staring down both women. The crowd erupts as Lynch locks eyes with both Ripley and Morgan. At this moment, Lynch becomes the X-Factor, someone who could take the championship from either of the two competitors. Lynch, ever the opportunist, could wait for the perfect moment to strike, capitalizing on the exhaustion of both Morgan and Ripley. She could play mind games with the two women, causing a temporary alliance between them, only for Lynch to interrupt and break it up at the most opportune time. Becky Lynch's role as a game-changer. Lynch's involvement in this storyline would not only add a new dynamic, but would also elevate the stakes. Having a 9-time WWE champion in the mix changes everything. Becky Lynch is a proven champion, and has the experience to outmaneuver younger competitors like Morgan and Ripley. Her presence in the ring, especially in a multi-woman match, would force both Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley to change their game plans. For Liv Morgan, the return of Becky Lynch would present a major challenge. Morgan has been a champion for a while, and her title reign has been built on hard work and grit. However, Lynch's return would throw a wrench into Morgan's reign. The fan-favorite underdog would find herself in a battle not just with Rhea Ripley, but also with a 9-time champion who has been at the top of the women's division for years. Morgan would have to dig deep, relying on her heart and determination to fight against two of WWE's most formidable women. Ripley, on the other hand, would be facing a unique challenge. Ripley has shown time and again that she can defeat anyone in her way, but the presence of Becky Lynch would introduce a level of unpredictability. Ripley might not be able to overpower Lynch as easily as she could with others, and Lynch could take advantage of any missteps Ripley makes. This would create an interesting contrast in the matchup, Ripley's raw power against Lynch's mental acumen and proven championship pedigree. The shocking title loss. In this scenario, Liv Morgan's reign would eventually come to an end. After a hard-fought battle between the three women, with each superstar having their moment of dominance, it would be Becky Lynch who comes out on top. The sequence of events could unfold in several ways. Perhaps Lynch, who has been the mastermind behind the chaos, capitalizes on the distraction between Ripley and Morgan. She could hit a devastating finisher on one of the women, quickly securing the pin and becoming the new SmackDown Women's Champion. The loss would be a huge moment for Liv Morgan, who would go down fighting. However, it's important to note that this would not diminish her status as a champion. Morgan would still be a fan favorite and a credible threat to any future champions. Her underdog story would continue to resonate with fans, and she could rebuild her character to eventually challenge for the title again. As for Rhea Ripley, her dominance could be temporarily interrupted by Becky Lynch's return. But Ripley's power and intensity would remain a major part of the SmackDown Women's division. Ripley could come back with a vengeance, setting up a future feud with Lynch over the title. The aftermath, the rise of a new era. Following this shocking twist, WWE could enter a new chapter in its women's division. Becky Lynch's return would signal the arrival of a new era in which both established stars like Lynch and emerging talents like Morgan and Ripley would clash for dominance. The storylines could focus on the power struggle between the veterans and the rising stars, with each woman vying for the spotlight, and the championship. WWE could also capitalize on the personal dynamics that would emerge between these three women. The rivalry between Morgan, Ripley, and Lynch could span months, giving WWE creative flexibility to tell compelling stories. Whether it's through intense one-on-one matches or multi-person bouts, the SmackDown Women's Championship would remain one of the most coveted prizes in WWE. In the end, the creative possibilities are endless. The return of a 9-time WWE champion like Becky Lynch would not only shake up the SmackDown Women's division, but also offer an exciting and unexpected twist to Liv Morgan's reign as champion. It would remind fans that in WWE, no reign is ever truly safe, and that surprises are always just around the corner. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.